YouTube, what's good? We're back in this thing. Today we're going to be going over how to get a similar look of the CRT effect that Cole Bennett did in the new Internet Money record, His and Hers, with Don T, Uzi, and Gunna. It's really easy to do, and using my presets, we're just going to be able to drag and drop them on top of a clip, basically add texture to the music video instantly. It's going to be basically a digital version of how Cole Bennett did it, because he actually shared on his story, I think yesterday, of him recording the video footage on an old CRT TV or recording on his A7 III. It's just a good way when you're finished with a music video to add texture or fill out some B-roll, make it kind of stand out from the overall project. I know CRT effects are starting to get pretty popular, and it's a really cool effect to just add texture. Like I said, as long as you're using it tastefully and not throughout the whole music video, I think it's a real good way to make your clips stand out from other clips in the video. With all that being said, I am dropping a CRT preset pack. Link will be in the description. It's available right now. And if you use code CRT at checkout, I'll give you guys 25% off for the first 48 hours this video's up. And then if you're watching it after, I'll give you guys 10% off. The preset pack comes with 16 CRT presets, as well as a flicker preset. So if you guys don't have Sapphire flicker, you can just drag that on as well and get that flicker of like an old TV look. I'm going to be going over what the pack has to offer, as well as if you guys want to learn how to do the CRT effect. I already have a tutorial on it. I'll have the card pop up right now. I think it's a really cool effect, and if you want to learn how to do it, I'd recommend it. This pack is designed to save you guys time and just have a bunch of different looks at your disposal where you can just drag on, drop, and see if you like it, and then switch back and forth. I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. Before we get into the video though, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do so. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. I think like 60-something% of you guys are not subscribed right now, so if you guys at all not subscribed watching, went ahead and subscribed, we'd be so close to the goal already. As well as if you share with your music video director friends or editors, it'd really be appreciated. With that being said, let's go for 1,000 likes, 100 comments on this video. It takes a second of your time, and it really does mean a lot to me, so thank you very much. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, you can go over to briandelmata.com, check out my texture pack, my thermal pack. I just dropped a CRT pack that we're going over in this video, as well as I have a bunch of other presets and packs planned for the future. So if you're watching this a little bit later, there's probably something new out. And guys, I was planning on holding on to this CRT pack until 40,000 subscribers, but since we're right there and Cole Bennett came out with this music video, I just thought it was a good time to drop it. It's a little early surprise for you guys, I guess. But yeah, that's enough talking. Let's get into the video and show you guys what this preset pack has to offer. So I'm going to be in Premiere here, but the preset pack is actually for After Effects and Premiere, as well as I'm going to be updating the thermal pack. So all the After Effects users that didn't get a chance to use the thermal pack because they only use After Effects, I'm going to be updating the website real shortly, so stay tuned for that. This pack, the CRT pack, is already available on Premiere Pro and After Effects. So basically, I'm going to be going over, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, this effect that's done throughout the music video. It's like the CRT effect. You can tell that he's recording it on a TV. Maybe I can find a little bit better of an example because that was a really dark clip. Yeah, you can see the scan lines from the TV. It's a really cool effect, and I think it's really easy to emulate using the preset pack. So we'll go ahead and do that. I always like to go over to your project and create a new adjustment layer just to toss it on. That way, if you have any other effects on your video, it doesn't screw up the effect. And then you can just find somewhere where you like. We'll do Gunna in this room over here. First, if you go ahead and purchase the pack, what you're going to need to do in Premiere Pro is right click and click Import Presets, then locate this preset file that's given to you and click Open. That's pretty much all you need to do actually, and then you will be able to find the Brian Delmata preset, CRT presets. Open that, and then I organized it for you guys where it has these simple CRT effects that are pretty basic looking, as well as a flicker preset, and then I added a folder with distortion on it. So we'll go through all this and kind of explain what each one does. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is just, now you can go ahead and drag the CRT checkered. And as you can see, you got this checkered pattern. So the bars are not going just across horizontally, but they're going across vertically as well. So you can see what that does. So when you go ahead and drag this on, it's going to zoom in a little bit to kind of emulate the recording of a TV, as well as have the distortion. So there's going to be like a little bit bowing on the corners. The scan lines are going to be going across and horizontally, vertically and horizontally, because it's the checkered pattern. It's going to add some noise to it and just kind of give it that overall TV look. And we're going into simple. Simple's a really good one if you just want to have a clean effect. The bars are a little bit skinnier here. They're not vertical, they're just horizontal. Noise, distortion, all the same stuff. And then thick bars is pretty much the same thing, but just with thicker bars. I think that looks really cool. That's pretty similar to the ones that they did in this music video actually. Vertical, it's the same thing as the simple, but just vertical bars this time. And then we got vertical thick. It's the same thing as the thick bars, but just vertical. And then we're going to go back actually to show you guys what the flicker preset does. We're just going to create a new adjustment layer again and drag it below your clip. I like to put it on a different adjustment layer. That way it doesn't mess up anything. And then just drag on flicker. And then we can find one of our, we'll just drag on simple for right now. And if you do drag on the flicker, you're probably going to have to render to see it because it is a little bit more intensive of an effect, but it does give that flicker of the TV. It's not always necessary, but I think it's a little cool trick that you can add to make it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so now that it rendered, you can see you got that flicker look. It's really cool and it looks good on darker clips in my opinion, but you can use them on whatever clips in general. I just included the flicker because I thought it was a good addition to kind of separate the preset from like any other CRT look. And it really does tie together as an actual TV look. You can go ahead and use that, but that's just a little freebie that I toss in there to kind of separate the pack and add a little extra value. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that for right now though, just so we can go ahead and show the rest of the effects. Now let's go into the distortion folder. Basically the distortion folder is just some color distortion, a little bit of pixelated stuff. So you can see here it has that orangish yellow tint to it. It distorts the blues, so you can see around the blues the colors separate. The pixelated version just makes it look like this one's the checkered pattern with some pixelation, so it makes it look like it's an older TV. I really like this effect. I think the pixelated ones are my favorite actually. Green distortion, basically just a different distortion. It distorts all the green colors. CRT pixelated, this is a really simple one. That looks really cool. Red distortion, distorts the red colors. And then we have a thick version of each of those. I think the thicker bars are really cool actually. Got the red, green, blue. CRT thick pixelated is probably my favorite overall preset. It's just the one that looks the best in my opinion with the flicker preset on, and I just think it looks really good. As well as the CRT vertical pixelated and CRT thick pixelated. So as you can see, you can really just play around with whatever presets to get different looks. For example, here is Cole's version on this little animation here, which is really cool. They killed this music video, by the way. If you haven't watched it, go give it a watch. Here's his version on a 3D object, and then I think there's a clip right here. Yep. And then here's a version without his CRT effect on. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag mine on just to show you. This one has a similar look. It's just the CRT pixelated. Obviously, it's not exactly the same. I actually was working on this preset pack before this music video came out. It kind of just inspired me to release it a little bit early. So yeah, it wasn't meant to emulate this video in specific, but it was just meant to emulate the CRT effect. And I think it does it really well. If you guys want to learn how to do this transition, I think it's really cool. I've actually have a tutorial on that as well. I'll have a card pop up right now. And then same thing goes for After Effects. It has the exact same presets, so you can do the same exact thing in After Effects. You can drag it right onto the layer, but I would just always recommend doing the adjustment layer, like I said earlier. And there you go. It's the same effects, just in After Effects. I'll have a bundle where you can get the Premiere and After Effects one together. And then if you just want an After Effects one or just want a Premiere one, you can get that as well. So yeah, if you wanted to import into After Effects, I'm sure you guys are already familiar, but I have mine in the Documents folder. Actually, mine's in my OneDrive and then Documents, but yours might be in just Documents, Adobe, then whatever Adobe you're using. And then use your presets, and then you can drag the folder that I'm going to give you into there, and it should be installed. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this one. I really do appreciate everyone that made it all the way to the end. Like I said, if you want to purchase this pack, if you use code CRT at checkout, you get 25% off for the first 48 hours. And then if you're watching this video after the first 48 hours it comes out, it'll still be good for 10% off. It is the best way to support me as a creator, buying my presets. It's obviously not necessary, and I do have a tutorial on how to actually create this similar effect. So if you're interested in that, I'll have a link below. But like I said, this preset pack is basically just designed to save you guys time and let you see a bunch of different variations just by dragging and dropping and not actually having to tweak it yourself. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it.